Let's take a look at the chart action for Dogecoin. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. This is what my chart looks like. These are some of the resistance levels that I've been watching, and these are some of the possible support levels that I've been watching. On my last video, let's go ahead and go into the 4-hour time frame. I was watching resistance, 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 and I was waiting for a breakout to the upside, or I was watching this support, support, support. I had this support line, and I was waiting for a breakout to the downside. I was waiting for a breakout to either one. I was waiting in this area to see if we break up or if we break down. We actually broke up. What I was saying after, if we could break to the upside, I'm looking at this resistance. What I want to see us do is break above that. We actually did break above it, but we weren't able to stay above it. We closed the candle and everything, but right after we closed the candle, we got a red candle and started heading back down. So I still think we need to break out of this area to start heading to the next one, which is this area. This resistance is sitting at 0.151. The next one is sitting at 0.165. One thing that I do like on this chart, let's go to the daily time frame, is we had resistance, we had this downtrend, we had resistance and resistance, giving me this downtrend, something like this. And once we broke this downtrend going to the upside, I started getting a little bit more bullish, and I started targeting these previous resistances over here, 165 and 0.184. What happened was we started trending up. We got some resistance right here. Go back to the 4-hour time frame, and that's where I got that other red line at 0.151. Once we started getting resistance, I set up this downtrend, and I was saying first step is to break the downtrend going to the upside. Then the second step is to break this resistance right here, and then maybe we can start looking at these ones, or we can get more confident on them. We came up, broke through it, but then we started getting pushed back down again. So I think one thing we can maybe do is delete this downtrend. We kind of broke it, and I'm not really paying attention to it right now. The one thing that I am paying attention to still is we have support, 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 and we have not broke this uptrend going to the downside yet. As long as we're on this uptrend, hopefully we can get support on it and continue to move to the upside. What I really want to see us do is break out of this area right here at around 0.151. We can also argue that we can have another one maybe right here at around 0.155. We have this little box of resistance that we really need to break through out of to get to 1.165. The other thing that I've been watching in case we head to the downside are these possible support levels. So let's say we do break this trend line going to the downside, and we start closing the candles below it, and we start getting more red candles. I'm looking at this support, this support, and this support, and these ones are sitting at 0.130. This first one, the second one is sitting at 0.119, and then this third one is 0.111. The other thing I was thinking is now we have resistance right here, resistance right here. Let's go ahead and set up a trend line from that, because that might give us another signal, and I think we could probably even drag this back to this resistance right here as well. So let's go ahead and set that up real quick. If we break this trend line, it kind of looks like a rising wedge, something like this. So it's possible we do something like this and break through going to the downside. A rising wedge is kind of a bearish pattern. I mean, until we break this bottom trend line going to the downside, we are in an uptrend. But once we do, then it's a bearish pattern. But in general, I think maybe what we want to look for, now we have a couple different lines of resistance that we have to break through. We have this one, and this trend line. So for me, I'm really looking at these bottom supports right here, and then I'm also watching these red lines and this trend line over here for a break to the upside to get more confident on maybe hitting this target up here at around 0.184 or 0.181 or 0.165. I haven't been trading as much, especially Dogecoin. I'm just looking at the lines to see what's kind of possible. Like I said, I do like the way we broke this downtrend on the daily time frame going to the upside. So I think the main thing that I'm watching, one of the main things that I'm really watching, is this uptrend right here. How long are we going to be able to hold support on that and continue to move to the upside? As long as we're riding this uptrend going to the upside, I'm looking at these lines right here for possible trouble. If we can start breaking through these, then we could start getting a little more bullish. Kind of like I was watching this downtrend right here. Once we broke that, then I started getting more bullish. Once we break these red lines or this trend line, then we could start getting a little bit more bullish. We are still technically trending up, but let's see how long that lasts. Dogecoin's been kind of tricky, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but these are kind of some of the things that I'm looking at for possible clues, whether we can kind of break up. If we could break this area going up, then that'll be bullish. If we start breaking this area going down, then I'm going to start looking at these areas for a bearish scenario. If you're new to looking at charts and wondering what program I'm using, check out this playlist right here. And if you want to learn more about some of the strategies I use, check out this video right here. It's about when I buy and sell and some of the strategies that I like to use. Alright, if you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.